Hello everyone, I'm going to do a quick video here on finding a side using the sine rule. So right here I've got x that I need to find. With these problems, when you're using the sine rule or the sine law, you need to look for opposites. So I've got 13 and 15, which are one pair of opposites, and then over here I've got 64 degrees and the unknown x. Don't forget, whenever you do these kind of problems, to label your vertices and your sides. So I'll go with A, B, and C. There are my vertices or sides labeled. And I can go with A, lowercase b, and lowercase c. So because I'm trying to find A or X here, I'm going to use A and A. Then I'll use C and C as well. So let's get writing. So I know that A, because I'm trying to find the side of A, I'm write it on the top, and A over the sine of angle A equals the side B over the sine of B. I then input my values. I do not know A, so it is unknown at X. I know that we have the angle A, so that's the sine of 64 degrees. And then I know that B is, why did I use B and this should be, sorry, this should be C. That should be C to correspond with our values right here and here. Oops, no big deal. I know that C is 13, and it's over top of the sine of 54 degrees. I will now isolate for x. So because x is over here and x is over top of 64 degrees, I need to get x by itself. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to multiply by the sine of 64 degrees and multiply by the sine of 64 degrees. That means that these two cancel out. Once those two have canceled out, my leftover remaining expression or equation is x equals 13 times the sine of 64 degrees divided by the sine of 54 degrees. And finally, x equals, and I'll just do that really quick. I have my calculator on me. It's 13 times the sine of 64 divided by the sine of 54 equals, and my side is equal to 14.44 units. So my final answer is 14.44. And this, sorry about that, 0.44. And because that is, or not because that is, but I always check my answer afterwards. So I just check for a second and I see if my 14.44 seems like a reasonable length, and compared to 13, they do look like they're pretty similar lengths of sides. So yep, that seems like a reasonable length for x. Hope that was helpful for finding a side using the sine law.